What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Got some big news. We may have an end to the war with Russia and Ukraine as a new peace deal may actually be happening. I'll give you the details of this. Also, President Donald Trump has a new health care plan which may actually put money back in your pocket. Give you the details on that as well. Also, we are giving away money for the holidays, and I have a trivia question for you here in this video, and if you can guess the answer to it, you could win money directly from me. All that and more in this video, so let's jump right in. We are live right now here on the YouTube It's Jimmy Show. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Don't forget to hit that like button for me here, and if you haven't yet, subscribe down below so you don't miss out on future videos. I will keep you up to date. I'll also announce some winners here from the previous trivia question here in this video. So let's jump right in. Ukrainian President Zelensky ready to meet with President Donald Trump over Thanksgiving to finalize a deal to potentially end the war in Ukraine. Ukraine has reportedly agreed to the U.S. brokered peace proposal with some modified terms. Ukraine agrees to peace proposal with only minor details to settle, official says, but will Russia agree to it? Take a listen here.
And ABC News national security and defense analyst Mick Mulroy has more on that. So, Mick, a U.S. official says there are some minor details to be sorted out here, but that Ukraine has agreed to a peace deal. So what do you think are the key points in this plan?
So, Dan, to start with, it's a good thing that we've gotten to a peace deal that at least some officials are saying that Ukraine agreed to. That means it's a substantial shift away from the 28-point plan that originated this. But I think the biggest sticking point we just saw President Zelensky said, and that is actually legally recognizing land that Russia unlawfully took as part of Russia. That would not only be a very hard pill to swallow from Ukraine, and they would have to have a referendum on it. It would essentially send a message that if you can take land, then you can take land and be recognized for it. And that sends the wrong message to Russia. And I'm sure our European partners, in addition to Ukraine, would have a big problem with that.
U.S. Army Secretary Dan Driscoll is meeting with a Russian delegation today. What do you think it'll take to get Russia on board with this plan?
So I'll start with, it's somewhat unusual that the Secretary of the Army be working in this diplomatic capacity. This is usually a very senior State Department special envoy. But that said, he's obviously a very competent individual. So I think he's really going to come up against Russians' understanding that as long as they can keep taking terrain, they're not interested in a ceasefire. So it's unlikely that they'll accept this new revised 19-point plan. That likely require pressure in the form of significant sanctions, releasing frozen Russian assets, and improving more long-range weapon systems that Ukraine can use so effectively to target Russia's energy infrastructure, which supports their war. So until they see more consequences to not having a ceasefire, it's likely Russia will continue this. They'll have many negotiations. That's totally fine with them. But they'll keep fighting, I think, until they believe it's not in their own interest.
And French President Emmanuel Macron says Russia is the only country that doesn't want a ceasefire. How much influence can European leaders have on these talks?
So they have really stepped up their support for Ukraine, and I think that gets some more credentials, if you will, when it comes to how this comes to an end. And the coalition of the willing, as they call them, which includes France, the UK, Germany, have already said that they'd be willing to send in forces, or their reassurance force, if you will, to be able to be in the buffer zone to make sure Russia doesn't just start the war again when they find it advantageous. So they are willing to do that. That gives them a lot of credibility in my book to have a direct impact and influence on these negotiations. In addition to that, they are, of course, the closest neighbor to Ukraine. Poland is right there and is a NATO ally. So NATO should have a big say in this, and they should not stay on the sidelines.
However, we're already getting details that Russia signals it could reject the modified U.S. peace plan for Ukraine. Imagine that. Russia doesn't want peace. Imagine that. They want to continue this 4-year war that just goes on forever and just keep seeing lives lost if they don't get absolutely everything they want and get rewarded land for just invading another country. Unbelievable. Next up, Republicans are trying to come up with a new health care plan, the long-awaited health care plan from Republicans, to replace Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act. President Donald Trump is pushing Republican plan on Obamacare subsidies, although the White House just postponed the expected unveiling of their new health care cost proposal, which could have, a lot of implications for Americans, as healthcare costs are set to double or triple for millions of Americans if there's not some type of new plan enacted before the end of the year in which the ACA Affordable Care Act will expire, and we will see premiums rise, even according to the government, the Congressional Budget Office, which says healthcare premiums will skyrocket for millions of Americans. Now, one of these ideas from President Donald Trump is to send consumers, the American people, money directly, not insurance companies. President Donald Trump and Republicans have floated an alternative to the Affordable Care Act: send money directly to consumers instead of health care insurance companies. Proposals vary and details are few, but President Donald Trump directly himself said, give the money to the people instead of the insurance companies to use for health care. Republicans are championing these options. Congress has yet to vote on the fate of these cheaper health insurance potential plan for millions of Americans. Democrats want to bolster the Affordable Care Act, often called Obamacare, by extending the pandemic-era tax credits that expire at the end of 2025. Without these enhanced tax credits, average costs for at least 22 million Americans who get subsidized health care will more than double on January 1st. Now, Senate Majority Leader John Thune, Republican, says that they will have a vote on these health care tax credits, but does not guarantee any Republicans will actually vote for it. And if there's not something new put in place that can help lower the cost of health care, we could see another government shutdown in January, after we just had the longest government shutdown ever. So we could go through this yet again and see another major government shutdown. That's right. Listen up, because this is important. There is some major changes going on in Medicare. You can see here, United Health is dropping 1 million seniors from Medicare Advantage. And this is not the only change. There are many changes that have happened going from 2025 into 2026 for Medicare and Medicare Advantage and even Medicare Part D. And you need to know about this because this could make significant changes to your plans, and you might not be on the right plan either, and this could cost you money. And there's significant plans that actually have kind of a rebates that can give you money back. And with our partner, Chapter Medicare, the average senior that has used Chapter Medicare has saved around $1,100. And using their services is completely free. I put a phone number here on the screen and a pinned comment down below so you can contact Chapter Medicare right now, because it's open enrollment only for a few more days. So Chapter Medicare can help you or your loved ones find the best plan that is best for you. and possibly save you a lot of money in the process. So call that phone number or click the pinned comment link down below right now. Okay, I'm here with my little buddy. Why don't you tell everybody who you are?
Julian.
Yeah. All right, we're here to announce the winners of the last trivia question. So read number 2 here.
True or false? Turkeys can fly.
And what was the answer?
Wait, this one?
Uh-huh.
True winners.
The answer was true. Turkeys can fly a short distance, but they can fly. Did you know turkeys can fly? Yeah, well, now you know. So a lot of people guessed correctly, but all the winners got entered into a pool, and we had 2 people randomly.
What about the first question? Do I announce the winners
The
for the
first
one?
I did the previous video. They were Andrea Jackson 2049 and Sherry Lee Phillips 4747. Okay. So we had all the people entered into a pool, and from there we had 2 people randomly picked to be the winners. They are, can you read that? Renee Nichols
640.
Renee Nichols 640, and then the next one,
Ray Burgers 427.
Ray Burgess 427. Those are the 2 winners. Congratulations. You guys win $100 each from us. We're going to take that right from your money.
No!
And congratulations, you guys are the winner. And we have a new trivia question. So if you can guess the answer to this trivia question, just want to take a guess, take your guess in the comment section. You could win $100 directly from us.
And say Bob.
Yeah. All right, so read trivia question number 3, nice and loud.
Which Christmas song was
Traditionally.
traditionally a Thanksgiving song?
Say it one more time, answer. Say the one more song.
Which Christmas song was traditionally a Thanksgiving song?
Yeah, so if you know the answer, leave it in the comment section. If you just want to take a guess, which Christmas song was traditionally a Thanksgiving? I'm sorry, which Christmas song was traditionally a Thanksgiving song? So if you want to take a guess, leave it in the comment section, or if you think you know, leave it in the comment section. And we will have 2 winners picked at random from people who guessed correctly to win $100 each from us. We're also going to do this for Christmas as well.
And make sure you use your brain.
So we're going to be doing this for Christmas holiday too as well. So make sure you subscribe down below.
But don't search it up.
Yeah, just take a good guess, right? So make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you get notifications from us and help us reach 500,000 subscribers.
Whoa.
Yeah. And we want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. You guys have been amazing. We love you guys so much. Thanks for being a part of our extended family. We want to say happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Bye. We love you.
Julian, out.
Click here to see no taxes coming directly from the government, or click here to see unexpected letter from Social Security going out to millions of Americans.